You will be delighted to hear that Kildare has a growing tourism industry. And one of the growing trends in tourism, and not always fully recognised, is that of spiritual tourism. Here at Solas Frida, we welcome pilgrims from many countries around the world, all with an interest in some aspect of the Brigid story. We were also delighted to work with Into Kildare on their St. Brigid's Trail initiative, together with Kildare Town Heritage Centre. Cogitosus, Bishop referred to him, the monk that wrote the life of Brigid in the 7th century, spoke of the flocks of pilgrims that were coming to Kildare to visit the monastery and the tombs of St. Brigid and St. Conrad. 1500 years later, the idea of Bring Brigid Home, I think first mooted by Mario Corrigan of County Kildare Libraries, and passionately pursued by David Mungay, has finally happened today. We hope the 21st century will once again see thousands of pilgrims visit Kildare and walk in Brigid's footsteps and be inspired by her values of hospitality, peace, justice and care of the earth. Minister, from your very busy schedule, we deeply appreciate you taking the time to be with us today. Minister Catherine Martin.
Thank you so much, Sister, and indeed I'll be praying to St. Brigid in the months ahead with all the difficult decisions that need to be taken. I think Brigid would probably be well fit for my portfolio and more. So just a Corry, Senator O'Loughlin and Senator Martin and sisters Eoghan it's more on privilege dom a bhean seán you can fáilte bháil go Kildare a curribh hashi neve Brigid a wiltreg fanagar hula fada tá beagnach ein vila blin catcha ó bhí siad an seo i Kildare go dhearnach. So hello everyone, it's an absolute privilege to be here today to welcome home to Kildare the long-awaited relics of St. Brigid. Almost 1,000 years have passed since they were last here in Kildare, and I think we'd all agree that what we witnessed this morning was a very special event. And a really fitting way to celebrate her memory and welcome these long-awaited relics home. And Kildare County Council and the Brigidine sisters have been so generous, and indeed Dave Mungay here and all in Into Kildare tirelessly together, they worked to make this happen today, and for that they absolutely must be applauded. I think the newly created public holiday, observing St. Brigid's Feast Day, shows the importance of her legacy, not only in Kildare, but in the entire country. For many years, we have marked the occasion with the making of the traditional St. Brigid's Cross in schools and homes all around the country. And that tradition is still very much alive. I know my own children in Dublin go to the local nuns into their community, and that is something very special where they make the crosses. It's something that I grew up with in Carrick Cross, not too far from Faughart, was that strong legacy of St. Brigid, and it is still very much there. The custom, I have to say, there's a funny one, of having women propose marriage to men during a leap year can actually be traced back to St. Brigid. And that tradition is known worldwide, so there's that legacy. Along with this custom, some households would leave out a small piece of cloth or ribbon on a windowsill called the Brath Brigid, or the Ribbing Brigid, and as St. Brigid crossed throughout the country on the eve of her feast, she would touch the Brath Brigid, endowing it with special curative properties to ward off illness and pain in both humans and animals, and it was kept safe throughout the year and used for healing or incorporated into clothing to offer protection to the wearer. And I have to say as well, I was talking to a sister there, I have 3 children aged 16, 15 and 13, but through the pregnancies of those 3 children, it's a prayer of St. Brigid that I kept with me. It was a prayer of St. Brigid I held when I went into hospital, and then it was the prayer of St. Brigid I passed on to my best friend And she then was pregnant with her first child. And that's a very special tradition, that prayer of the midwife. So in relation to what we're doing from a tourism initiative, funding that I've secured in Budget 2024 will allow Tourism Ireland to develop new marketing opportunities such as St. Brigid's Day, and I think there's real potential in this that will help extend the tourism season and encourage visitors to explore the less visited parts of Ireland. And I think there's real truth in what you're saying about the pilgrim tourism. We see it all around the world in other places, like the Camino, and I think there's wonderful opportunity here, and pilgrims do travel to Kildare and to Faughart already, and we intend to build on that, which can only be good news for the full region here. So this year, Tourism Ireland intend on leveraging the day named in her honour overseas to strengthen the perception of spring travel to Ireland through inspiring storytelling, creativity and the arts. And the theme of the campaign will centre on the wider topic of Imbolc, Irish mythology and the creativity of modern Irish women. St. Brigid's Day does provide that unique opportunity to acknowledge the critical role that women have played in Irish history, in culture, in our society, and I believe that events celebrating Irish women will continue to flourish around this bank holiday over years to come. So my department continues to promote and support and celebrate the role of Irish women in Irish society and culture, and indeed a great deal of my work as Minister has been about advocating for Irish women, whether that be through improving the gender balance on the boards of our state bodies or ensuring safe workplaces for women in the arts. And indeed in the last Dáil, I founded the Oireachtas Women Caucus to bring women of all political parties and none together, to work together, because women are stronger together. And I know Senator O'Loughlin is now the current chair and doing great work with the caucus. So I think we hear a lot in tourism about the visitors' desire for authenticity, for genuine Irish experiences and the opportunity to connect with Irish people. So no better way and no better occasion than the time around St. Brigid's Day to do that, to see authenticity, to see that genuine Irish welcome. And I have to say, we should never forget that Irish welcome, that Céad Míle Fáilte that we're known for, and I think Bishop Dennis showed the immense leadership that we need now more than ever in his words today in reminding us of St. Brigid and her role in hospitality. We should never forget how important that is when people are fleeing from horrific circumstances, and that's everything that the Brigidine community and everything that St. Brigid represents. And I think it was very poignant, his words today, and I welcome them. So when visitors travel, they like to seek that destination about a narrative, about a compelling story, or to say, or to tell, or to pass on. Why are you coming to Kildare? Well, there's a story here about a very special lady, St. Brigid. So I think, as today shows, Kildare is undoubtedly a fine example of that, thanks to the legacy of St. Brigid. Is fear canrodi neve bridge, nerv ursa chunkara immerch urhi agus near lanshi an balak bulsha, ta kivna urhi anish as a kenaltas, a trokara, agus a jigras, agus is eshmalar duin goler ag a rish bawahan mufwikas a goa like gachtine a bonchaku leshan law and specialta sa. Finally, I would just say St. Brigid is, in Irish terms, a true trailblazer, so ahead of her time. Not one to be easily influenced or to follow the norm. We need that now. She carved her own path. We need women to keep doing that now. And she is remembered for her kindness, her mercy and determination. We certainly need that right now. And so let's look to St. Brigid to be a role model for all of us here. And I'd like to finally just thank everybody involved for this really, really special day, and it's an absolute honour to have shared it with you. Give me a round of applause.